So, got a Kizer here. It's one of them old Kizers, I think. So I have no idea what's in here. This is a KI 4448. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know either. Let's get it out of here, though. It could be anything, man. I run these Kizers on a regular basis, so who knows what's in here. And I can't even count how many I got sitting around here. They've been sitting around here, some for a very long time. Yeah, standard heavy case. I dig it. What's in this box? Okay. Oh, man, look at this thing. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Does this got a name? I'm going to have to look. Yeah, because if it's got a name, I want to call it a name and not the KI 4448. You know what I mean? Let's put this box away. Wow, look at this thing. What is that? G10. Wonderful milling in that G10. There's a ton of tension on that pocket clip, centered blade. And by the looks of it, I'm going to say titanium scales. Oh man, let's get that blade out of there. Oh, wow, is that nice. S35VN steel. So 100% I bought this on the secondary market, but it was represented as like new condition. So I'm going to look for telltale signs, wear marks here, any scratches, sharpening indications on the blade. I don't see any of that. The pocket clip usually will test it out. I don't see any wear on the pocket clip, no snail trails on the knife. Yeah. And hinder risk, oh, look at this thing. Yeah, buddy. Look at this jimping here, jimping here, jimping here. I mean, look familiar? Wow. I mean, wowie, wowie, wow. Let's run this lock. I mean, that feels tight. Is this thing assisted? It is assisted. Okay. An assisted, assisted Kizer hinderer. Yeah, it's 100% assisted. And it looks like it's a GTI, or maybe that's the designer. I mean, let me look it up. Okay, so it's a Gingrich design collaboration with Kizer, and it is the GTI, a KI 4448 GTI. Yeah, look at this thing, man. Assisted, no less. One-handed. Ooh. Yeah, that's stiff. Might have to look at that. I mean, let's get in this thing. I'm going to need a screwdriver. I can see that. And I think I have a bit here for it. Like, I made a bit for these Kizers. And hopefully I kept it here. Yeah. So I could use it in my bit driver. Are those T8s? T6s. Okay. So I could take my T8, put my flat blade. It's got some Loctite for sure. Or, yeah, it's definitely got Loctite going on. I'm just going to take my time. Because, you know, these flat pivot screws like this are not like the T8s or T6s. Like, it's easy to roll up out of those. And I especially thinned down this tip just for this, because a regular screwdriver won't fit in there. The ones that I have that do fit in there aren't very wide, and so I wanted a wide one. All right, T6s. I'm pretty sure this thing will be on washers. Yeah, I'm going to need help on the other side on that one. And on that one, the pocket clip is inconsequential, but it's a good time to note the pocket clip is reversible. That's a good deal, right? There we go. I think I'm going to turn that around. Yeah, because I want the screw to come out from this side here. The way I'm consistent, all my screws are off on this side, and I should be able to lift it up off of there. Oh, come on. Yeah, unfortunately, sure enough, that last one came from the wrong side. But it is what it is at this point. Let's just get it apart and see what we got. I mean, I got stuff coming off of this knife in every direction. Yeah, it's on washers. Here's the assist spring. It's got quite the rough anodized finish on this titanium. Big washer goes to the lock side. I'll just remember it that way. I think I'm going to want to put all these barrel spacers down on that side, lock all that down so that I can come down with this blade or with that scale. I do want to check all this stuff now. It's picking up something metal in there. I wonder what that is. Screws there. Is that that spring? I bet you that's that spring, isn't it? Yep. That spring is all the way down in there. It's picking up that spring. But that's titanium scale. Titanium scale. And it's been, what's that? Where the titanium is treated. It's not parkerized, but they welded on the end of that. I'll have to look that up too. I know what it is. I just can't think of it. And that's titanium. And then, I mean, this coating that's on everything, it's pretty cool. I like it. And then that pivot can only go in from one way because it locks in that side, so it's got to go in from the other way, which means, you know, it's just going to force me to put this knife together funky. Like, it's almost going to force me to come down onto the lock from this side. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I can put the pivot up from this side. Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to do it. But I'm going to polish these washers. I'm going to clean all this up and then Man, we'll get it put back together. All right, let's get to it. And this knife, even on the inside, clearly represents as new. And because this barrel hides behind that backspacer, I'm going to get it out of there. And I'm going to put that barrel into this side here so that everything's being pressed down from above. Some consistency. Yeah, I want the one with the Loctite. Just make sure these are tight. Okay, I didn't want to hold that one as tight because it's not hidden. All right. All right. Keep wiping, man. Wipey scrub. I'm not sure, but I probably would take that glass breaker off of there. I don't hate them, but yeah, I'm not necessarily a fan either. I'm pretty sure if I scuff that up a little bit, I can make this action run a little better. I probably should have looked at this. It's got a ceramic ball. Yeah. How about a little polish work? Don't gotta go crazy, just a little bit. Make sure there ain't no burrs. That had a little hanging chad there. I could feel it. Now, if it's the side against the scale, doesn't matter because that ain't moving. Because this surface right here, it's a rough as sandpaper. Yep. So whatever side goes up against that, that washer ain't moving. The only thing that's moving is the blade. And that's why I say that I think I could probably help this action a little bit if I'll scuff up this spot right here where the blade runs. And I can tell you already, ooh, is that coating tough. I mean, I'm running on it with a sanding belt, and the only place that's smoothing out is where the washer was running, because the washer had already started to kind of cut its path. You know what I mean? Wow, that coating is I'm going to say it's some kind of titanium coating. Yeah, it is legit tough stuff. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to rub that real quick. Same with the washers. Just make sure they're clean. They are nice and shiny now. All right, let's put it back together. Now, I think what my plan was is to press everything down onto this lock side, which I honestly don't think I have much of a choice. I think it's going to force me to do that. Okay. Yep. Like so. Like a glove. Oh, hold on. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's try that again. I'm just going to put the pivot in and run that action, make sure that everything's okay. I think I'm going to put this one frame scale in. That should put us on lockdown right there. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's get the correct bit in here and do our pivot. I think I'm too tight. Yeah, this is going to be a standard, interesting tight down to get the blade centered, to get the action right. All of this is going to play in on this knife. That's why there's 3 screws here. I should be able to tighten this back one pretty good. I mean, it's super tight, but the action is terrible. Better. This is going to require a lot of tuning to get this just right. Three hours later. Yeah, not quite that, but every bit of 25 minutes or so. Lots of adjustments, and I even took the knife apart and adjusted this lock bar slightly. Just took the tiniest little bit of tension out of it. And the action now is running pretty good. I mean, if I had to measure this, I'd call it a B, maybe a B plus. It's pretty solid. It is pretty tight, and I can thumb flick it, but I cannot spidey flick it. And it's not from the detent, it is from the assist spring. Oop, I guess I left a couple of screws out. Yeah, it's the screws for the reverse pocket clip. I'd take them off to access that lock bar. But it's not the detent, it's the assist spring. It's the tension on it. The tension on it is so tight that that's why I can't Spidey flick it, because it's created this initial detent here is extreme. Now I can thumb flick it, but it takes all I got to do that. But the assist spring opening is really solid. The drop, the closing is one hand. Access to the lock bar is really good now, and the amount of effort to move that out of the way is solid. The blade is solid as a rock in every direction. So I'll give it a B plus. Probably lean towards a B plus. For assisted knives, it's pretty good. But not only is it assisted, but it's on washers, with titanium. I mean, really a lightweight knife. I mean, it's pretty awesome for what it is. Let's talk about ergonomics. So this is where this knife really shines. The ergonomics on this knife make this, I mean, there's not so confident, very confident. Like this thing just swoops right up. This is a baby hinderer. I mean, the jimping here, the jimping here, the jimping here, the cutout for the finger behind the flipper tab. I mean, I am really locked in wonderfully on this knife. A very confident grip. The reverse grip, the same. Even with the glass breaker on there, I mean, very powerful grip right here to plow down with this knife and penetrate. Not so much here, but yeah, I mean, wonderful. Let's run the pocket clip. Kind of a long video, but kind of an odd duck knife, Washers and assisted and titanium and G10 and yeah, so dryer clip. I mean, wherever you put this, that's where it's going to be when I go looking for it. It does reveal the knife, but it reveals, I don't know, a moderate knife. It doesn't look like I got a Bowie knife in my pocket. Nice profile, but very good pocket clip. Can access the lanyard hole. So with a lanyard on there, this thing, would be pretty exceptional. Nice lanyard bead hanging out of there. Be some pocket jewelry, right? Kind of like back in the day, pocket watches used to be. Yeah. Safety. Let's see if we can make blade contact anywhere with this knife closed. Yeah, so no blade contact there. The tip's buried. So the clip's really good. Is the clip on the wrong side of this knife? Let me think about this for a second. The clip is on the wrong side for me. That's on the left. I'm going to move it right now. Yeah. What's up? Trying to trick me. Tom Trickery. Wait, it's not Tom Trickery. Tom Turkey. No, it's not Tom Turkey. I mean, the screws should be the same, right? Yeah. I'm just going to use these two screws right here. Almost got it past me, man. Left the knife a lefty, right? Sneaky snuck, man. It's like, got you, sucker. So, I mean, I'm completely confident I can put this knife, I can handle it in any way and not run the risk of some incidental cut because the knife is dangerous. When it's closed, the blade, the sharp part's protected. It's got all this wonderfully coated titanium. The milling on this G10 is, I mean, it's like a starburst, I guess. Like the center of it's down here somewhere. Yeah, very nice. I wonder if it's sharp. Come on, man. Be sharp. Yeah, buddy. Wonderfully sharp. Price and availability. I'm going to look because you just never know, right? Yeah, no such luck. There are some similar knives that are lounging around out there that are in the $120 range, but man, there's none like these. This is pretty specific. So I don't know. I'd just be guessing at this point. I mean, would 120 get this one bought from me? Maybe. Man, I sure am a fan of the ergonomics on this one, though. I mean, I don't think I could ask much more from a backup self-defense piece. Very grippy, and I'm not a hater of the assist. It's okay by me. And of course, the more this one works, the better it works. Yeah. All right, y'all. Hey, I appreciate you watching. It's a Kizer Gti, titanium G10 overlays and S35VN assisted. Pretty cool. Appreciate y'all watching.